Hi, I am Dr. Go, and if you're new to this channel, this whole channel was basically put together for my students, my former students, my overseas students, to reference some materials that we've covered in lessons or maybe they're about to cover so that they can basically catch up or brush up on things, try new things before we actually get to the lessons. So it's also like a resource center for them. For some reason, it's become very popular for other violinists as well. As always, if there's anything that I'm saying on this video that is contrary to what your teacher is telling you, please ignore me, listen to your teacher. That being said, today's subject is all about combining two previous videos I've done. One was on Smiley Face wobble feature to loosen up the right arm, and another one was on the Schradieck exercises 1, 2, and 3 from book 1 for getting intonation. Now, to put this together, okay, the Schradieck exercises were in book 1, exercise 1, on the A string. So I had in a previous video showed how to use the D and the E string for helping to tune that for new students to the Schradieck exercises. So this puts things together. What we're going to do is we're going to use the Schradieck exercises and apply the bowing exercise of the Smiley Face wiggle. Yeah, wobble, I think is what my students call it. The Smiley Face wobble. Yeah, and you know, things that a lot of students will run into because now they're not using open strings. They're with this bowing exercises or they're not doing single notes like they are with a scale. They're having to deal with several strings. A lot of them, this is when the tension monster will really show itself. This is where you'll see them really starting to squeeze. So common things to look for. Number one, on the Smiley Face, a lot of students, they're so stiff that they will be changing the strings all from the elbow. Try to make sure that they are going from the shoulder. Second thing is that a lot of times after they do the Smiley Face, if they're successful with it, then when it comes to wobble, you'll see their whole forearm going, changing the strings. Yeah, you'll be seeing this. Okay, instead of... So, if they're doing with the whole forearm, you have to try to get them to release the thumb and try to really get moving. So it's just the wrist, just the wrist. And at first, I'll tell you honestly, most students will not be able to release the thumb. You just have to solve it through motion, and eventually the thumb typically releases. Not always, but for the most part, it releases. And again, this is not my idea. It came from Kreitzer. At least that's where I got it from. So I hope this is helpful. I hope those of you who watch this found something useful here. Wish you all the best on this beautiful journey on this incredible instrument, the violin. Cheers.